Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
And we will not get a run back here to start. It's a touchback, and it will come out to the 25.
Here we go.
Now Fields going to throw on the first play. There's a short throw. It's caught by Kmet.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And
now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It was Joey Bosa working his way in to bust that one up.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Now it's Fields. Throw out wide is incomplete. When you talk about the defense for these Chargers,
they were terrific last week in the victory over Kansas City.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and this defense holds on the night's opening drive. Play action. It's Herbert. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
So this game, Charles, you know, we talk about potential unbeaten seasons a lot. It feels like every year at some point in the season we talk about that. But this is one of those games where if you're unbeaten, you got to be careful. You can't take this one too lightly.
You're exactly right about that. And by rights, this should be a cakewalk. Almost a week off. Let the starters run up the score in the first half. Backups get the play in the second. But you and I both know the funny things sometimes happen when you think this way. So it's incumbent upon the starters to really play well to make it work for this team.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
They'll run for the first time with his speedster, Jahmyr Gibbs.
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And they eventually get to him at the 17 after a pickup of 17 into the red zone. 1st down. Could have been a costly mistake, but as it turns out, they keep possession.
You can't give away these types of opportunities in the red zone. And I'm sure that was flashing through his brain as the ball escaped his hands. unfortunately for him, able to get picked up by his team, fumble recovered. They still have an opportunity deep in the red zone.
Hey, Ram. Whoa. Baylor Tigers.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Herbert off of play action. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, LA. Austin Eckler, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. And his kick is good, but flags come in. Looks like we're going to get a roughing call here on the follow-through. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Play action, Fields. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Fields now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
They're bringing a lot of pressure here already in the first quarter. Already sacked him once. Had to get in there and knock another one away. I think maybe that Tucker rule being gone makes defenses a lot bolder.
Yes, indeed. That time, lucky that the arm is going forward. Incomplete pass. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
That certainly looks like nothing to show now from these first 2 possessions. And guess what? When you're on a losing streak, that can lead to a full sense of, here we go again. So on the sidelines, the offensive play callers, quarterback, they've got to get together and dial something up to start their next drive. Otherwise, it could be a long game.
The Charger drive about to get going. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing a throw. Now they've got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down, and don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
And the play goes nowhere, losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
We knew both of these safeties were good in run support, but how about the play we just saw there? How about that closing speed? Able to get to the outside part of the field and turn that play into a loss.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 21 yards there on 3rd down. On 1st and 10, Herbert escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. A great play there. 37 yards. And the Chargers have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Velus Jones now from his end zone. Escapes the defender. And he's going to be taken down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the 22-yard line.
Second down and a yard. On second down, they'll run it here. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough and run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
It's a gain of 4, and it gets him the first.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up 3rd downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I'm guarantee you it started in the offseason. 3rd down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
Now a first down throw, Fields. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far as a defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Going on the ground with Homer. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on first down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears. Play action. It's Fields. Blitz coming, and down he goes. More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
Here's Fields now on second down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Well, he's going to be out of bounds,
takes it inside the 40. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for third down. The offense on third down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll follow his blockers there all the way down to the 23-yard line. 16 yards is the pickup there and a first down for Chicago. Now Fields. And his throw is incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
2nd and 10. Back to throw. Fields.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. We'll remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6.
42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Here's Fields.
Looking outside, and he's got a man. That's Moore. Touchdown, Bears! DJ Moore from 6 yards away.
And the Bears have cut it back within a score. A nice connection there, finding his target, and that'll put 6 up on the board.
Just like they drew it up in their playbook and reiterated it on the sidelines, right? Perfect route, a good throw, and the defense, they had no answer for that right there.
Santos with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And Davis content just to bring this out to the 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
In motion goes the tight end.
Herbert on first down now.
Now a diving effort right sideline. He's got it. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
To me, there's nothing like watching rookie effort in the NFL. So excited to be there. They're going to give you the max on each and every play, aren't they?
Well, he proved himself on that catch, that's for sure.
I think he may have proved himself to the point where he's going to get a second here.
Play action this time for Justin Herbert.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Here's 2nd and 10.
Baylor Tiger. Hey, go Lion. 59. 5-9. Go. Set.
Herbert now. And he'll throw this one away, but I don't think he was out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag. Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
They'll send a receiver in motion left.
Baylor Tiger. Let's go. Let's go. Hey, Ray.
3rd and long. It's Herbert. And that is incomplete.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
On the return is Jones. It'll be a 41-yard punt, given 5 on the return. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. One play action, Fields. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. To throw is Fields. And that is incomplete. 2 seconds left on the clock.
Oh, I thought he had that one, and that was nearly a big 3rd down conversion to give this drive some life. Instead, they're on the spot and help separate the receiver from the ball.
And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. A final shot before the break, Fields. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. A 1-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. This offense set to begin the 3rd quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch,
being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Herbert under a heavy rush, and down he goes. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That is just what this defense was hoping for, an interception on the opening possession of this 3rd quarter.
Obviously didn't want to surrender a touchdown and fall even farther behind, and we've gotten to know this team a little bit, haven't we? Couldn't you just see their defensive leaders telling the offensive guys, telling the quarterback, don't worry, we got you to start things off. You take it from there.
Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a 1st down run. And when you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
Here's Fields.
To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
And the passing windows are just not there. That's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They haven't made much of this great starting field position they had. Here's 3rd and 6. They'll run this with Homer. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. 12 yards there as they move the chains. Again, it's Homer. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started.
Looking to throw on 2nd down, Fields. Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 2-yard line. The one side gets an interception, but their defense comes on the field and picks them right back up by getting a pick of their own.
And I think you saw the same thing that I did, Brandon. As he ran off the field after making that play, we saw his quarterback seek him out and offer a personal thank you to bail him out a little bit as the offense takes the field again.
And they start things off with a carry by Gibbs here.
And that gets him a little room as they'll take this up over the 10-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
We talk about setting a tone or beginning a drive. That run was absolutely textbook. I'm telling you, partner, now they're not just thinking about an easy drive. They're thinking about maybe taking it downfield.
Yeah, started at their 2. Now they've got a heavy amount of breathing room. And they'll bring him down right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
First and 10 at the 13-yard line.
We'll go orange.
Now it's Herbert. Flushed out right. And this is caught by Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. A big pickup of 38.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10. Trying the left side with Gibbs. Fights off the defender.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40.
12 more yards there and another 1st down. In motion right is Davis. Going back to Gibbs on 1st down. And that one opened up for him well as he'll take this down to the 26-yard line.
It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain.
But they're getting ready to go to work now in prime real estate after that last run. Found his spot and picked up nice yardage, didn't he?
And now he's got him knocking on the door of the red zone.
Home cook's right. Go.
Now the 7-year veteran, Austin Eckler. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
From the 22 now, here's the 2nd down and 6.
Hey, go line.
Williams, a man in motion right.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Now a 2nd and 6.
Right. Hey, ram. 21.
They'll try the air now with Herbert.
And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football. Worked so hard to get his feet down inbounds, tried to do the toe tap. My dad's an accomplished tap dancer. I'm not sure he would have gotten his feet in on that one.
Is he really?
That he is.
How about that? What about Young Davis?
No, it did not. It did not.
It didn't carry over.
No, it stops right there.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
They'll run with Gibbs.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers.
Jahmyr Gibbs
With another touchdown, number 24 on the year.
And the Chargers add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
Now it's Hopkins to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Oh, the return is Jones from the end zone. And he doesn't even get this to the 10. He's taken down at the 9.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. A big mistake last time they were on the field, tossing that interception inside the red zone and really taking away what had been a pretty successful drive up to that point.
Yeah, and I don't think there's any question about it. As they head out on the field for this drive, that whole offensive unit is just thinking redemption. You know, they moved it really well, didn't pay it off. This time, they want to make sure that ball ends up in the end zone, and they're the ones possessing it.
Now it's Fields.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 14 yards in a Chicago first down.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up a first down there, and for the offense, they're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
Now a good job shifting right, finding his target.
Down the right sideline.
Touchdown, Chicago!
Velus Jones.
78 yards.
And the Bears have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth.
So that's a really big play here in the fourth quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead is down to just one score. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away.
And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Charger drive about to get going. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game. And you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
He's got it complete to Gibbs.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down L.A.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen, because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a first down.
And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. Another run for Gibbs here. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Herbert. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. I hate to surrender the football when you're nursing a slim lead, but they're going to have to punt it away. Trust that defense.
It's the right play at this stage of the game as well. You don't need to press it here because you do have that little bit of a cushion, and you count on your D to make it stand up.
Herbert going to keep it on his sneak.
And this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward. And indeed, he did not. They stop him. A wall of bodies there. Nowhere to burrow through the line on the quarterback sneak. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position. On
first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's able to break out of one tackle, but then quickly brought down. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Fields going to get that out wide to Mooney. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good. And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. Well, if you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's third down here. On third down, they're going to run for it here. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Fourth down, Fields has to have this one. And it'll be touchdown here, but not before he does pick up the first. Fourth down, trailing in the fourth quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked at the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
Now Fields. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
An assortment of sacks in this game. This one the product of a good jump and terrific effort. Moves quickly off the snap of the ball. Doesn't let up until he's in the backfield and impacting the quarterback.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. There have been quite a few plays they might look back on and say, we really have hurt ourselves, and that was another example.
And this is late game execution. Everything on the line, so it all has to come together properly. The throw's made. Where's the catch? Got to catch in that spot.
All eyes on Fields. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. On fourth down, Fields. This is caught inside the 15. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play.
Huge play there. Now, do you use that timeout or try to hustle it up?
Back to throw, Fields. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
Now the point after try for Santos. And we may very well be headed to overtime. This one, all we could have asked for. All tied, final minute as it kicks away here. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Let's go, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Hey, Ray. Let's go, let's go.
Herbert. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
I like the fact that he took the shot deep downfield. Even if you don't get the catch, maybe you get a defensive penalty and pick up the yardage that way.
Here comes second down.
Hold me to right.
Throwing, Herbert.
He's going to try and go deep again. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down.
And you certainly have to applaud the effort here. They're not settling for overtime. They're trying to get in position to win it with a late field goal. That takes some guts, but this one is going to wind up incomplete.
Now Herbert.
Uncorks one for Davis. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up fourth.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and it gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, they fought hard to reach this point, Charles, and now what an opportunity. They've got the ball first, a chance to take this overtime win away from the hostile crowd.
And you know, as the quarterback steps into the huddle, the first thing he's telling his team is, remember, we need 6, not 3. So we don't need a good drive. We need a great drive. And this is what they've been planning for. It's time to execute and take it downfield, even against all these odds.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
We'll play only the one overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on second down. Meanwhile, Fields' throw there complete to Mooney.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Fields tapping it forward, jet sweep.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Back to throw, Fields. That complete. Hits Tyler Scott with it.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to lead the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Fields on third down.
They fights him off.
They really look comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Now Fields. The throw left sideline falls incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here on this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on first down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops and escape this drive.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Now it's Fields off the bootleg.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. In need of a 3rd and 10 conversion to keep this opening drive of OT alive. And now the Chargers are going to signal for another timeout. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. It's been a pretty long drive. This will be play number 9. And they need 10 yards out of it on 3rd.
Out of the gun, Fields.
And the throw there going to be incomplete. Once that ball was popped in the air, you could almost hear the silence, the collective breath being held here in the stadium.
Let's be honest about it. We both came out of our chairs, didn't we? Anytime you see the ball in the air like that, there is that collective rise, the crowd holding its breath, and boy, oh boy, the moment of truth as it comes down. Man, that was something.
Everything magnified here in overtime.
And here we go on 4th down, Fields.
The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down.
Drive starts with a run from Gibbs.
And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Not a lot of running room there, not a place to make a cut and kind of exit out because they had everything bottled up. Looked to me like the linemen were taking on their blocks really well and giving up no creases.
Hey, Kappa.
Now Herbert with his first throw at OT. Well, that'll be incomplete.
Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit and it forced an incompletion.
They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down.
Hey, ram.
Herbert to throw.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Now, I know there may be temptation to go for it here in overtime, but you have to punt the football.
I like how emphatic you are about it because I know the tendency is, as a player, let's go get this thing. You're actually telling your coach, come on, coach, we can get it. We have that play call. And the head coach has to remember, that play call likely isn't there. Punt the ball away. Punt it away. Be smart.
Trust your defense.
Trust them.
Jones on the return.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return.
And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
All right, Charles, so this offense, they need to mount something here. Time is dwindling. They can't get anything going on this drive. This one might end in the tie.
Yeah, that clock put a little extra pressure on them, right? So now, as you look at the playbook, what are you breaking out? Is there something you haven't used before? Is there something you used earlier that you can go back to? Or can one of your guys just make one of those big-time plays that decides this game?
Gets this to Moore.
Fighting through it. He's got space. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Down the left sideline.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. One play action. Fields. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just one remaining here at OT. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. To throw is Fields. The full left side taken in by Kmet.
That's a good bounce-back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now they're in a much better spot for a 3rd and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out 3rd and long.
So here's Cairo Santos on the field goal try. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. So he's been on